What if what you call anxiety is actually a calling from your spirit? There's a vibration that arrives before the word, a restlessness that isn't born from fear, but from a soul that is beginning to awaken. The anxiety that so many try to silence might actually be, for some, confirmation that they are different, chosen ones. You feel like you don't belong, yet you can't ignore what's pulsing inside you. And maybe what you're feeling, this constant unease, isn't a mistake but an activation code. In this video, I'm going to show you how anxiety, through the lens of Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard, when understood spiritually, reveals the beginning of a deep spiritual awakening process. It's not a disease, it's a portal. And in this video, you'll go through a step-by-step journey in 3 stages, concluding with the most transformative part. But everything will only make sense if watched from the very beginning. If this idea has already touched you, write in the comments, "My anxiety is an activation code." A special thanks to everyone who already follows the channel, always interacts by commenting, liking the videos, and even dropping a super thanks. The first step in our journey today is to understand more about the anxiety as a reflection of consciousness. Expansion. Most people see anxiety as a disorder, but you are not most people. There's another kind of anxiety, a deeper state known as angst, described by Kierkegaard as the dizziness of freedom. It's what a chosen one feels when they realize they're free, but have no idea what to do with that freedom. Because spiritual freedom comes with cosmic responsibility, and few are ready to carry that power. The anxiety pulsing through you isn't a biochemical glitch, it's a vibrational calling. When the entire planet is undergoing a dimensional shift, your body and mind feel it first. The soul of the chosen ones vibrates at another frequency, and that clashes with the dense patterns dominating the collective. You start noticing things no one else sees, feeling what no one else understands, and that creates a restlessness that is spiritual, not clinical. This anxiety emerges because your consciousness is expanding. The old begins to crumble within, but the new has not yet fully manifested, and you find yourself between worlds. This in-between space is uncomfortable because you no longer vibrate as before, but don't yet know how to vibrate as you will. That's where the chosen one's responsibility appears. To know that their freedom is not passive. It demands that you co-create, even without guarantees. This state of anguish happens because the field of possibilities around you has been activated. You sense that something greater is at work, but you have no proof, only feelings. It's the quantum field responding to your awakening, rearranging your realities. Anxiety arises when the mind still tries to control what only the soul can guide. And at this point, you either surrender to the expansion or retreat into old prisons. Chosen one, understand this. Anxiety is the sound of your soul trying to break through the walls of your ego. Don't fight it. Listen, respect it. It's not here to sabotage you. It's here to free you. Every tremble, every tight chest, every unsteady breath are spiritual codes. And the more you resist, the louder it gets. But when you accept it, it begins to guide. It may seem counterintuitive, but things will start to make more sense as we move into the second step, where we talk about the portal of inner truth and the body as a spiritual antenna. We live in an era where everything seems possible, and at the same time everything feels unbearable. Modernity gave us 1,000 choices, but no direction. And in this overflow of possibilities, many chosen ones get lost, because the greater the freedom, the greater the panic of making a mistake. And this is exactly where spiritual anxiety intensifies. Kierkegaard said that The only truth that matters is the one you'd be willing to die for. But what if that truth is inside you, not outside? Every chosen one carries a spark that connects them to the all. But that truth won't be handed to you by gurus, systems, or religions. It pulses as intuition, and only those who silence the noise of the world can hear it. The body of a chosen one is more than flesh. It's an antenna. When you get chills upon entering a room, when your heart races near certain people, when an unexplained discomfort keeps you up at night, that's not coincidence. It's energetic reading. Your body perceives before your mind does, because it's connected to a higher intelligence. In this context, anxiety is not the enemy. It's a compass. It's the spiritual alert that something is out of alignment with your essence. And the more you insist on forcing realities that don't resonate with your mission, the more the anxiety grows. The divine spark within you uses discomfort as a tool for correction. It pushes you away from what harms you and toward what heals you. That's why every spiritual turning point comes with a crisis. Before every leap comes the panic. Anxiety is the last scream of the old trying to keep you captive. But when you hear that scream with wisdom, you realize it's not noise. It's a sign that your soul is about to pierce the veil and step into a new phase of illumination. I'm not trying to say that doing this is easy, but when you understand our third step, it all becomes far more possible. I'm talking about the choice that turns anxiety into alchemy. Anxiety always knocks with two options: run or cross. Chosen one. What defines your journey isn't what you feel. It's what you do with it. Resisting anxiety freezes you, traps you, locks you in a loop. But accepting it as a spiritual language sets you free. Kierkegaard called this lived truth, not the one you observe, but the one you embody. This is the real leap of faith, not believing without seeing, but acting even without understanding. The leap in consciousness isn't about momentary courage. It's about continuous presence in the face of the invisible. Chosen ones don't receive proof. They receive signs. And it's those subtle, almost imperceptible signs that guide the crossing. Because when the soul is awake, even silence screams. When you follow what vibrates, everything begins to align. Anxiety turns into momentum. Doubt becomes direction. Your mission pulses with greater clarity. It's passion with purpose that transmutes anxiety into alchemy. It's not about eliminating anxiety, but consecrating it as a tool for transformation. Every step taken with spiritual intention reprograms the field around you. Accepting anxiety is declaring, I trust the divine intelligence that lives within me. It's not the absence of fear. It's courage aligned with mission. The awakened soul doesn't seek control. It seeks connection. And in that state, anxiety becomes a radar. It shows you where the ego wants control and where truth wants to emerge. The leap only happens when there is surrender. This phase demands an understanding of cycles. Just as the stars shift, your soul shifts too. Anxiety arises as a signal of transition, a vibrational stage change. It's the inner sign asking to be born. Like fire before gold, the anxiety you feel now is simply the friction of your essence breaking free from its old form. And that is sacred. When you understand your anxiety, you understand your role in creation. You stop reacting and start co-creating. You stop fearing the waves and start surfing them. Anxiety is no longer an obstacle. It becomes the wind behind your choices. And every choice made with awareness brings you closer to unifying with the all. The hidden mission in anxiety. Chosen one. Understand this once and for all. Anxiety is not the enemy. It is the beating drum announcing your inner march. It's not here to weaken you. It's here to recenter you. When you listen to yourself in the midst of chaos, something powerful happens. You stop running from pain and start walking toward your mission. It is always at the peak of restlessness that the soul reveals who you are. Not a mistake, not a detour, but an awakened co-creator. Every chosen one, without exception, passes through this portal. Those who refuse it return to the cycle. But those who cross, they become light, because only those who face their own abyss can guide others out of it. You don't need to understand everything, but you do need to act. Transformation only begins when you choose to walk through anxiety with awareness, even with fear, even without guarantees. Make choices aligned with your essence, act with courage, and awaken the divine spark that lives within you. The moment is not tomorrow, it's now. If this resonated with your essence, write in the comments, "I will use anxiety as a spiritual tool." I'll use my intuition to select another video from the channel and reply to you with a special link, the exact content the all wants you to watch next. And remember, you are not here to find a purpose. You are the purpose, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope to see you in the next video. A life of infinite possibilities awaits you.